I am really excited for this fight. I am excited, no joke. Saul Canelo Alvarez against Billy Joe Saunders. What a fight. I feel like Canelo's been working so hard his whole life, training so hard his whole life. And he's an elite level fighter. Against someone like Billy Joe Saunders, who trains here and there. Obviously, he's trained really hard for this camp, but is that enough to beat Canelo? Someone who's trained this hard his whole life. What Billy Joe Saunders is doing just for this camp, Canelo's been doing his whole life. Like, there's a great saying, and I think I probably made it up, where hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. But if the talented fighter is also the most hard-working fighter, then he literally becomes impossible to beat. Just like Floyd Mayweather showed. Like, honestly, I don't know how you can beat Canelo. What is the style that can beat Canelo? Is it a pressure power puncher? Well, he's fought many of them in the years. No one could beat him. Is it a slick boxer? Well, people are saying yes because he has struggled in the past against slick boxers. But don't get it twisted. This is not the same Canelo. This is a whole different Canelo. This is a different Canelo. The Mexican beef using Canelo. And I rate Billy because everyone knows Canelo's level. This is just a good fight to see where Billy Joe Saunders is. Because Billy Joe Saunders hasn't really had the opportunity to fight at elite level. Like, his best win is probably Andy Lee or David Lemieux. But who have they beaten? Who has Lemieux beaten? Who has Andy Lee beaten? And I reckon Eubank's probably better than both of them. Maybe the Andy Lee one, I don't really know. But Eubank's better than David Lemieux. But I feel like when the Saunders did beat Eubank, it was early on both of their careers. I'm talking about when Billy's fought them, the best opponent that he's beaten is probably Andy Lee. It was a close fight, but it was one of them close fights where everyone thought Billy beat Andy, but it was a close fight. And Billy won deservingly, but it was a close fight. Similar to like Canelo Jacobs. Like, Canelo won, but he didn't win like 120, 108. He won like maybe 7-5, 8-4. But Canelo won. A long time, I can't remember when was the last time that Canelo fought a slick southpaw, a boxer, a mover. So it's interesting to see how he'll do with a slick boxer now, since the improvements that he's made. Or has he improved that drastically that people are saying, or is it just been he's looking good against opposition that he's been fighting? I think the Callum Smith one was the one where people are more like, wow. Because Smith literally, I remember there was a moment where he literally looked at the clock to see how many minutes left. He just wanted out. He was just going to survive at the end. After like round 10, Callum Smith was literally there just to survive. But was that even the best Callum Smith? Actually, it wasn't. Let's just keep it real. That was not the best Callum Smith. Like, it's impossible to be the best version of you with a 5-week notice. Or was it even 5 weeks? It was like 4.5, 5-week notice that Callum Smith got. Whereas Canelo, who's the big A side, he would have known about the fight like a couple months before. So yeah, but this is like no excuse for Billy. He's had about pretty much since, even before Canelo fought Eugene, which was in February, which was 3 months ago, everyone pretty much knew that it would be Canelo Saunders next, since like January. So Billy Joe Saunders had pretty much 5 months for this fight. So there's no excuses for Billy. He had a full training camp. He's been looking sharp and great and weight ready since like January, December. I don't think since the Martin Murray fight he's probably gained that much weight, or he's been training since the Martin Murray fight. And people say, is Billy sharp? Has he had enough fights? Well, he fought in December. Like, how much sharper will he get? He literally fought in December. I know he would rather fight another, maybe one more, but we don't live in an ideal world. Like, what if he lost that next fight? You just never know. So yeah, Billy Joe Saunders versus Canelo. I'm predicting Canelo to win on points, or maybe late stoppage. I don't really want to ramble on too much. So my prediction is Canelo on points. I would love Billy to win because I feel like if Billy can't beat him, who can beat him? I know people are talking about Charlo, but I feel like Charlo's style is pretty much made for Canelo. Like Charlo is an okay boxer and an okay puncher. Like he's a good all-round fighter. He can punch a bit. He's got good boxing skills. Like, I feel like people are overhyping Jamal Charlo, way too much. Like, are people forgetting that before the Derevchenko fight, he struggled against Matt Karabov? Are people forgetting that they're calling Charlo this big puncher? Are people forgetting that he couldn't knock out Derevchenko, who was Golovkin and Daniel Jacobs' leftover? And both of them fights were wars, so we don't know how much was left from Derevchenko. I feel like just people are just overrating that Derevchenko win. Yeah, he won well, but best believe Canelo ain't no Derevchenko. And I feel like some people are saying, Spence, but Spence, I feel like he's too small. He's a big welterweight, but compared to Canelo, he's a small dude. So yeah, comment down below you lot's prediction for the fight. I'm going for Canelo on points. So yeah, and who do you lot think has the best chance of beating Canelo? Comment down below. And peace.